Hello and welcome everybody to a new episode of the Digital Embellishment Show. I am so happy to introduce our guest today. We are lucky enough to have Jordi Giralt from Kama join us today and talk about some of the new things that are going on over at Kama. Jordi, how are you, my friend? It's been a long time.
Yeah, I'm doing well. So thank you very much, Kevin. Hope that you are also doing well. But everything is going well, very well.
That's great. I follow you on LinkedIn. I've been watching you travel all around the world. You really, you're traveling up a storm right now.
Yeah, so one of the tasks that I had from the very beginning at Kama was somehow to promote the brand all over the world and really to explain to many markets, many customers, many partners what is the new approach at Kama. Of course, this is something that includes a lot of traveling here and there. And because during long time we didn't have any trade fair, any show. Now everything is coming together. So for us, being in all these shows is becoming quite exhausting. But yeah, having fun again, being away from home from time to time, which is also good, and to have the chance to talk to customers and to partners, which is always great.
That's great. Well, I think a lot of people are asking, what is Kama doing on the Digital Embellishment Show? And I'm sure that you have some really interesting secrets to get to or some fun things to talk about. But before we get to that, I know your background, and you have a phenomenal background, by the way. I know that, you spent a lot of time with some of the biggest players in the digital industry. Why don't you tell everybody kind of your background and how you ended up at Kama today, and all the great things that you've done in your career so far.
Sure. So let me start when I was born. No, I'm joking, Kevin. So I'm not going to make this that long. So, but something that really describes my background is what my family did, which maybe also describes quite well your background. In my family, we had a company where we produced printing machines. So for many years, we were a supplier of narrow web, offset, and later on flexo machines. And basically, I grew up in this business. Few of us, and I'm looking to you, Kevin,
Yep.
Few of us, we grew up in this business. So we really have ink in our veins. And so I grew up in this. So I was attending IPEX, Drupas, whatever. I studied mechanical engineering just to work in my family business, where I spent something like 10 years really designing, first with a pen, later on with a computer, printing and finishing equipment.
Wow.
But as many family-owned businesses, it's not always easy. And then for multiple reasons that I don't really want to discuss, I went to China, where I set up my own business. I was very young. I'm talking about back in 2000, so long time ago. I was very
Wait, you
young.
moved to China?
I live in between China and Spain, so was spending plenty of time there. So with a Spanish group, we set up a company in China where we really produce plenty of equipment, and it was really funny, but difficult having small kids and all of that.
Well, I can imagine.
And then I decided to come back to Europe, let's say, to work. And after a while, I was recruited by HP to take the lead on the folding carton business in EMEA. So it was at the very beginning of the Indigo 30,000. Actually, I joined HP before having the machine available. And so I was there during the first cycle of Indigo jumping into folding carton. It was an amazing time. I live in Barcelona, so not far away from the HP site in Sant Cugat.
That's right.
So for me, it was a fantastic time. So developing a new market for a big brand like HP, I still keep many good friends, even some brothers, because for some of them are for me brothers at HP. But life is sometimes difficult and difficult to predict. And I got a fantastic proposal to join Heidelberger Druck Maschinen to do the same as I was doing with the Indigo 30,000, but to do that with the Prime Fire 106.
Wow.
Global
and the
scale.
Prime Fire, for those who don't know, and I believe it was the first B1 digital press in the market, correct?
Yeah, inkjet technology with
Inkjet. Yep.
inkjet with 175 printheads, which is a crazy number. But yeah, the machine was a beast, but it was also an amazing quality. To have the privilege of working for HP and later on for Heidelberg, selling digital machines is not something that many people can say, because the majority of people working for Heidelberg, they do offset or post-press or consumables. I had the privilege of working there also with or selling digital machines, and it was also a fantastic experience. So I don't have any regret about my time working for Indigo, my time working for Heidelberg. I will say that I took the best of these two fantastic organizations, but the Prime Fire was not an easy business, even if we sold plenty of machines to some of the biggest customers here and there. Heidelberg was not facing the best times. They had some issues, and then they decided to cancel. Maybe you remember that they canceled the very large format machines, and they also canceled my project, the Prime Fire, at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment of time, I was thinking what to do. It was just during the pandemic. So for me, the pandemic was a quite of a strange period, because the same for many of us, but I was at
All of
home
us.
without knowing that my product was canceled, thinking about what to do with my filter, but without having even the chance to go outside or to go to the street. So it was, it was great
It was, yeah, it was, yeah.
To meet my wife again and to meet my kids, and and saying, wow, I had to. So, but yeah, it was a fantastic time for all of this, but my filter was a little bit dark, because it was a difficult timing, and then Leonhard Kurz, which is a company that I already knew for many years, they came to me with a nice proposal, which was about taking the lead on the digital embellishment side. Kurz, they are a great company doing many things, but in digital embellishment, they were just starting all this business. And the reason for that was very simple. Besides the fact that I knew them very well from my past, when I was at Heidelberg, one of my tasks was to help to promote the Steinemann products within the Heidelberg sales force. Because at this moment of
So
time,
that's the connection. Okay, I get
exactly,
it.
Heidelberg and Steinemann, before Steinemann became part of Kurz, Heidelberg was the main sales channel, or one of the sales channels for the Steinemann products. And because I was the guy selling Prime Fire, I was also the guy, I don't want to say selling, but it makes more sense to say promoting the solution within the Heidelberg sales force. So I already knew everything about the Steinemann products. I already knew many things about Kurz because of my past and because of my close connection with Kurz. And somehow it was quite natural. So they knew me. They knew about my knowledge about this market. And then it was quite easy for Kurz and for me to find an agreement and to start having me as the person developing digital embellishment. But for different reasons, you cannot always be happy with all your wives. And let's say that with my Kurz wife, we had a fantastic honeymoon, but later on we had some problems because the market was not really ramping up. Maybe the expectations from Kurz and from my side were not really matching. And at some moment of time, we decided that it would be better to stop this collaboration. And then I went to Kama, which compared to my previous companies, most likely is not most likely, for sure, is the smallest one, but is a company where I'm having the highest position in terms of taking my own decisions and be responsible for my own decisions. And I can tell you without any question mark that is the company where I'm having really fun. So I'm really having a lot of fun working for Kama, because there are many things that have to be decided. We are building many things from scratch, and yeah, so I'm really enjoying my times at Kama at the moment. Only 4 months. Today is my anniversary. Only my fourth month anniversary.
Oh,
4
4
months.
months
4
already.
months.
Wow.
For me, it's almost like 4 years, because it's really But yeah, having a lot of fun. And yeah, so you know, at Kama, we are a company which next year we are going to have 130 years of history, which
Oh,
is
really?
quite
I
a
had
lot.
no
Yeah,
idea. Okay, I didn't realize it was that.
130 years. Yeah,
Wow,
we
wow.
we were the inventors, not the people working now, of course, but at Kama we invented the greasing line.
Oh, no
Uh,
kidding.
and since then, we were focused mainly on selling die cutters. From die cutting, of course, we moved to embellishment with hot stamping, adding multiple different functions to our die cutter machines. And of course, at some point of time, we also start the production of folder and gluers just to have the entire workflow to offer on the post press side. And yeah, this is Kama, and a small company. We are just a little bit above 100 employees, selling machines all over the world, producing our machines and developing everything in Dresden. For people who knows a little bit Germany, the same city where Koenig and Bauer is located. So we have a very
That's right.
strong neighbor in this city, which, by the way, is a fantastic city. It's very beautiful. So I invite all of you to come to Dresden to visit Kama. By the way, yeah, this is what is Kama. This is how my background brought me to Kama.
That's beautiful. So Jordi, I think it's really interesting that because you and I had a little bit of a conversation, and I think for Kama it's a big step at Drupa 2024 next year. Is that it's been around for 130 years, and the rumor is that Kama is now going to be moving from just a straight analog type of technology to now getting into the world of digital embellishment. Can you confirm or deny these rumors that this is kind of the direction that Kama has decided to go, and probably one of the key reasons they brought somebody like you on board as their chief business officer?
I can confirm that's why we are also here. Yeah, but it's I confirm that. So Kama, we decided much before I joined Kama. So this is not something coming from me because you know that developing one
Of
of these
course, it takes a long time.
platforms is something that takes a long time. So it's not something that can be done in 4 months, of course. But yeah, so at Kama, we had a project before I joined Kama about jumping to digital embellishment. And let's say that this project was being cooked for many years with multiple different variations and changing from here to there. And during the last year, let's say, is when this project is becoming real, very, very solid. And now everything looks to be very well defined. And since I came to Kama, so now we are really just adjusting the final pieces like the name. So they just hired me to choose the name, and we still don't have a name for the product. But yeah, so but I confirm you that this is our next step, but not only our next step. So this is not the only step that we want to show at Drupa. So if you allow me, in at Drupa, we're going to have a small booth as always because we are not that big. And what we want to show in our booth is what we call embellishment. So we are going to show conventional and digital embellishment. So we'll have our unit to do digital embellishment, which includes spot varnish and digital foiling. And we'll have our machine to do conventional embellishment, which it's everything. It's embossing, it's stamping, it's all the type of applications that we can do with our conventional unit. With our partners, and at the moment we are in discussions with several of them. We want to show packaging. So also our idea is to be in the booth of any of our partners. They will do the printing side, digital printing, and then Kama will do all the finishing and all the digital finishing for them. And in that case, our motto is going to be about packaging. So we'll show packaging with our very cool stripping and blanking unit with the folder and gluer, fully automated, all of this. But this is going to be with our partners.
So tell me, Jordi. I mean, let's get into it. I know there's some things that you can say. There's probably some things that you can't say regarding this new digital embellishment unit. So can you give us an idea? Is it, number one, what's the format of this new unit? What kind of formats can people be expecting to see? Number two, you said it does it's inkjet. Can you confirm it's, is it going to be dimensional? Is it going to be flat? And then, obviously Kama does a lot of foil stamping, but can you also confirm if there's foiling involved? Can you give us just a more understanding around what you're allowed to say or around this new machine?
Sure. So first of all, and I will say that this is the basic to understand our approach on digital embellishment. First of all, we don't want to cannibalize our own business. So we do machines for embellishment. If all of a sudden we introduce something which is going to cannibalize our existing and most important business, then we will be like shooting to our head. So we want to bring a solution which can complement all what we do. And after many talks with small, medium, and big players in the business, we came to the conclusion that most likely there is still, or we're still missing a big German player in this digital embellishment. So there are beautiful companies out there in Israel, in France or Japan, doing excellent products. They have a very, very clear markets, and they have really developed all this business for many years. Big respect for all the players already existing in this field. But some printers, they don't see digital embellishment just like an add-on, something to add another piece. So they are really looking for something which can be used 24/7. I'm not saying that the others are not intended to be used 24/7, but we want to bring our German approach to this field. So at Kama, we know little things in little segments. So we don't know everything about everything. But if we know something is on how to move paper from right to left, so we know how to move sheets from here to there. We know how to keep sheets in register, so we excel on that. And if you ask me, but what the hell do you know about inkjet? I will say, Kevin, not many things. So we are very humble on this. So we don't pretend to be experts on inkjet because we are not. And that's why our approach is not to invent the wheel. We don't want to invent something which does not exist. We only want to partner with someone who can really help us on this. And this is what we do. And then the view is what defines Kama is our very short make-ready times, our fast changeover times from one job to another. And this is exactly what we want to bring to digital embellishment. We want to have a solution where you can change from one job to the next one, and you can say from spot varnish to digital foiling, and those are the two applications that we will do, and we can change from one to the other very, very, very quickly. So we are pretty sure that we are going to be the fastest changing from one application to the other because of many things which I cannot really unveil right now, but are not infringing the patent of anyone, are not infringing any type of knowledge from any other company. And this is something which is just consists of merging the knowledge that we have at Kama with the knowledge that one partner bring to Kama, and putting all of this in a pot which could be interesting for any customer looking for to have a digital embellishment solution, maybe in a different way. So to make a very long story short, we can do spot varnish, we can do digital foiling, everything is inkjet, and we will do flat and raise effects. So it's not only about very flat and decoration or embellishment, or very flat, or very raised. Is going to be a combination depending on the fan.
That's great. Can you give the viewers an idea from a price point where you think it's going to be, or is it too early to say?
This is a very tricky question, Kevin, because if you ask me today, what is the selling price? What is the street price of the companies which can be identified as the players in this field? It's also a difficult question to be answered because depending on the customer, depending on the circumstances, the difference of prices for these machines could be massive. Our expectation is to be in the low side. So we don't we are not going to be the most expensive solution. Just the contrary, most likely we're going to be the cheapest solution,
Okay.
or close to be the cheapest solution.
In the B1 space, the cheapest in the B1 or B2? I didn't hear what format.
Because I didn't tell you yet if it's going to be B1 or B2 because I was keeping that for now. So many. So looking to the past, so all of these came or started with B2, let's say, or even smaller sizes, and then because of packaging needs, moved to B1 somehow. And now is where the biggest players in this field, they are struggling. So they want to sell these digital embellishment solutions to the packaging printers, something that everybody will do, everybody will love to do. But you have to understand something. At Kama, we always work on B2 and smaller. We never go above than B2 because it's not our natural market. But on the digital embellishment machine, for the first time, we're going to have a B1 solution. So
that's
the
great.
idea and the concept that we are developing is that the same machine will do B2 or B1, depending on the paper direction and depending on the feeding system installed at the machine.
Okay, so same chassis, you have different options that would probably be able to allow you to do different sheet sizes, and that's really good. We see a couple of other people in the market doing that. There's a good market. The B2 market for digital embellishment is, I think, the most crowded market today. You look at the MGI Konica Minoltas; they have two solutions that address that. You look at, I think, the Scodex machines; they have 5 solutions from the 1000 to the 5000 that address that. We have Duplo also getting into that space. When it comes to the B1 market, I think today that's really just the Scodex 6000. There's the MGI Evo 75, and there's the new machine from Harrison Bruno in that space too. So there's only really 3 players in that B1 market. But also, I mean, I'm hearing from Steinemann and Kurtz, they have a B1 machine, but we haven't really seen or heard much about it. And I don't know if you haven't spent some time with the Kurtz side. I mean, is this a head-to-head competition with the Kurtz machine as well, or not so much?
No. So, and to make it also very, very clear from our perspective, at Kama, being a little bit above 100 customers, we cannot be really considered as the main competitor or a competitor of any of these big companies. So, Scodex, Konica Minolta, Steinemann, Kurtz, all these companies are by far much bigger than what we are today and what we will be in the future. So we are just trying to be coherent with our approach to the market. So we have been always developing solutions which are quite affordable, with high quality, high results or great output. Being flexible in the sense of being capable to do multiple applications with the same machine, and always thinking on having very, very short make ready times. This is the approach of Kama to any market, even to folders and worse. And in digital embellishment, we want to do the same. So with all of this being said, I don't think that we are going to be competitors to anyone, but we do think that there is an opportunity for us to sell some of these machines in the market just to our customers looking for something digital. So many of our customers, and that's the reason to develop this machine, they came to us saying, we already have plenty of Kama equipment. We would like to jump to the next frontier, digital embellishment. What do you have? And instead of saying, sorry, we don't have anything, now we want to offer something similar. I mean, similar in the approach, but being digital. So if we can really boom the market with that, it will be fantastic. No. So we have our own solutions to do something a little bit different than the others. We count here with a very strong partnership from another company who can help us a lot to face especially the problems related to the digital application and all of this and inkjet, because as I said, we are not inkjet experts. But we want to really squeeze what we really excel, like paper transport, register industrial solutions for commercial or packaging printers, understanding them, understanding what they need, and understanding or knowing how they like to do things with the same
That's
quality as they have to do in
good.
conventional.
Good explanation, Jordi. So, Jordi, last little question for you I have is, you've been in the digital embellishment market for a little bit. We're seeing just, I think, more or less a kind of an explosion on this part of the market. There's a more rapid adoption. I think brands are getting to understand what digital embellishment can do for them, whether it's in the packaging market or it can be in the direct mail or just any marketing materials with, what are you seeing in Europe? What is the state of the digital embellishment market that you can tell us based on your experience and all your travels that you've been doing? What's are people getting this? Are they understanding what this market is about, or still a long way to go?
Uh, I always love to say that digital embellishment is the last frontier in the printing business. So we are in the enterprise, and we are just looking for new walls here and there. And this is digital embellishment. So I feel like the Captain Picard or whatever his name on this enterprise looking for new walls, because this is what means digital embellishment for many printers and many customers. So coming from the printing side, it's not easy to say that, but the printing world can be seen as a commodity today. So all the printing machines are exceptional. So doesn't matter which brand you have. For sure, the quality is going to be very good or excellent, superior. So nothing is going to be bad. So in printing, everything is very good. Everything is very advanced. It's a very mature market, even digital printing. But digital embellishment still what makes a difference for the end users when you're buying any type of product. I mean, looking to the box, looking to the packaging. In many cases, what makes a difference is the finishing, is the embellishment of this box. Not in many cases, always. And basically, what many companies we are trying to do is to move these handmade jobs or very difficult things to be done with conventional equipment. We're moving that to a digital way of doing that, which makes sense to combine with digital printing. For sure, any talk that you have with any customer in the world today, does not matter if it's labels, flexible packaging, commercial printing, folding carton, whatever, the words digital embellishment pop up very quickly. So this is not something that, by the way, what about digital embellishment? No, it's just a contrary. It's digital embellishment, and by the way, what about printing? So printing is less important in some cases than digital embellishment today. And that's why we think that for Kama, it could be an opportunity to expand a little bit our footprint, to gain new markets, and to gain some new customers. But I will say the same as our friends from Israel or from France, they did some years ago. They already saw that long time ago. They already jumped to the opportunity the very early stage. We are a little bit slower, but we are at least trying to jump into the right boat, which is the important thing.
That's beautiful. Well, listen, on behalf of the entire digital embellishment industry, we'd like to welcome you and Kama to the game, and we wish you much success in the future. If somebody wants more information, Jordi, on all the great things that Kama is doing, and maybe this new machine that does not yet have a name, is there any resources that they can go to? Is there a website, or would you rather they connect with you on LinkedIn? Tell us the best way forward.
So I would say the best way today is to get in touch with me or with any of the sales managers that we have at Kama covering the world, because we are not making all this information public yet. So the plan is to unveil this machine at Drupa. So the first day of Drupa is when we are going to uncover this machine and to show to the world how it looks and what can be done. And slowly, we are introducing some teasers of information, just dropping small pieces of information because we need to do that. But yeah, the best way is to communicate with me or with any of my sales managers via mail or via LinkedIn. Uh, we are not going to have any type of information in our website or anywhere before Drupa. So after Drupa, for
Okay.
sure, information will be public. But we want to keep this as a reason for anyone who is coming to Düsseldorf to stop at Hall 1, booth B51, and to pay a visit to Gamma to see this mission.
Hall 1, booth B51. You heard it here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great conversation with Jordi. Jordi, thank you so much for giving us your heart, your soul, and so much that you've given to the industry. And we look forward to what you continue to give and really help us evangelize and grow this market. So welcome to the game again. Welcome to Digital Embellishment, and we wish you much success in the future. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Bye.